walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, wrote it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dread. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Follow the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. Got fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, feeling different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better time? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up. Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, wrote it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dread. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Follow the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. Got fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, feeling different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better time?
Was good, guys. Yeah, we crashed. I almost didn't launch the stream, bro. But I was like, you know what? Might as well, right? Now, instead of a 2.5 hour stream, y'all get a 4-hour stream. How y'all doing? Chris, Crystal, Ladio, Spider Lily, Clasher, Leon, Chef. What it is. Whoops. Hello? I'm stuck, step bro. You joined just when I crashed. You weren't here before. That's crazy, bro. You like the stream again? Thank you. Yeah, guys, hit like on the stream again because it died. So we're back to 0 likes. We're back from the beginning. His aura crashed the stream. You know what's crazy, bro? It my PC crashed, but the internet that's connected to, like, or not even crashed. Like my PC just turned the hell off, bro, and nothing else turned off. I was just like, what happened? What happened, bro? You can just say, no, I'm actually saying that. Why weren't you here earlier? That's crazy. Couldn't be me, man. Chris, have you done all your weeklies on your new account, man? Oh, hell no. Alright, buddy. I'm lying. I think it's worse that you're lying, dog. That's crazy. Nah, DNA didn't crash. Just my PC, bro. But how you doing, bro? I'm good. Just chilling, man. Just chilling, man. Gotta build up the audience. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, open up the other one on a separate tab. There we go. Little boxy popping up. I gotta get a lot of those because I need to farm Psyche tomorrow. See, like, personally, this is annoying to me, right? Having to just go to the spot, and then the actual mission is, like, so simplistic. I wish there was a stage where we got to do, like, chase, but it was, you know, hard. And then it would give us, like, 10,000, 20,000 globules. Even if it wasn't optimal and you could do this faster, I would still do the other one. But it would be, like, one run for 10k. Rather than do this. Let's say you could get 15k in the same amount of time, but you would have to do this over and over again. I would prefer to do the other mode. Salamungu, welcome back, bro. How you doing?
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's name.
Bro, Box, you gotta start procking. I did this, I believe, yesterday while I was just chilling watching some shows here. And it wasn't bad. I got like 30k while I was watching some shows. Oh, whoops. I'm contemplating to swipe I2 Rhythm or buy a controller for DNA. Don't swipe for I2 Rhythm. You can just get her for free in like a month. I6. Yeah, they need more stuff like Chase. I do Chase. Yeah, I do Chase, even if it was worth. The only problem that I have with Chase is that, or not even a problem, it's just I want it to be harder and give more rewards. Not Chase, just a mode in general. I have to farm so many globules, I will do it. Yeah, I gotta farm enough to get +7 of Psyche on all her wedges. That's gonna be a pain, bro. That's actually gonna be like probably 300,000 globules without books. Oh no. I seen someone say that they should add globules to maze, and then someone said that that'll be too much, right? Like infinite globules, just like we have cash, and someone said it'll be too much because we already have coins in there. Yeah, and that's fine. You can just run maze to get things that you need. There's gonna come a point where most people will have most of the consonant weapon wedges from maze, and then at that point it's just a coin farm. So they should also make it globules. Like, why not? I think they meant they just can't shove everything in maze, although we need something else for globules. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, everything in maze would be kind of crap. But, I mean, we don't have any other modes like maze. They could maybe do something like maze, right? Make a reverse maze. You know how in maze we're always in the outside? Like, if you look at the stages in maze, it's always outside. They gotta do, like, an underground maze, bro. Where, like, all the missions are in places like this, right? Like in tunnels and stuff. And there you farm globules. Scooter, yes sir, we're back. How you doing, man? Welcome back. I'll be fine with that if you give me infinite fishing. Yo, you really like fishing, bro. You want to fish on my account, bro? That's at least double the fishing you can already do. Shit. The stream is back. Yes, sir. Guys, hit the like button as you walk into the stream. I would really appreciate it. Bro, on the last poll, the voting was 50-50 between Cowgirl Lynn and Leopard Thong Niffle. All I had to do was add ZillyOO, and everybody instantly voted for ZillyOO. Crazy. I have to do 6 more mazes and I'm done, so I'll do 10 and I have a couple mil as well. And farm up the tickets so I can buy new straight away, the new stuff straight away, but I need to stop today. That's a whole lot of things. I love fishing minigames, really, but like it's such a basic minigame, bro. Wouldn't it be better to play like a game with good fishing mechanics? With some fancy fishing up in there. Alice in Wonderland Fina had a Alice in Wonderland Fina had a good chunk, but now Zilliu is just clearing, bro. Zilliu is just clearing. You good?
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's name.
We need bro boxy skins. Facts, bro. We need a collab with other things to put a skin on bro boxy, man. That would be lit. Bro, this man said bro boxy bikini skin. He wants to see bro boxy tooting it up, huh? All caked up bro boxy, bro. Leon agreed with that. He also wants bikini bro boxy. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, sir. Tank top and hat Zilliu. Tank top Zilliu. Ooh, cool. Yo, they're really making me open it 4 times, bro, to verify every time. If we have bro boxy, are we gonna get sister trash bag? That's insane, bro. That's insane. You heard that, right? Oh my, bro, my light just, I heard the light, like, snap. So if the stream ends again, guys, we'll probably call it a day. Storm's been going crazy and my PC is old. It can't even take that, bro. We have sister trash bag. She's called Margie. Damn, bro. Margie main in shambles right now. There has to be somebody in there that whooped out a Margie build and is just destroying content, bro. Ain't no way. Y'all gotta get, what's his name? Y'all gotta get more to do Margie, bro. He likes to do all the underrated characters. Tell him to build main DPS Margie. That's where it's at, bro. If there's anybody, Morph is the chosen one, bro. I mean, shit, that one fish from the YOOOO fishing event was caked up. Oh, the starfish, yeah. Y'all gotta troll more. If you gotta be like, oh, you like building underrated characters, but you don't have Margie build. Not a real underrated character builder then. Get him to build her. He will show us the way with Margie, bro. Bro, people that say that doing this is not hard, I think they're, when people say that this is hard, I think people think they're referring to the difficulty of the challenge. That's not what it's all about, bro. It's hard to keep the mental focus to actually sit here and do this over and over and over and like min-max every single movement you do. Like, you gotta make sure you like instantly start dashing, right, to get there as fast as possible every time. Gotta make sure you're doing this every time going. This requires you to be focused, bro. And focus for like 3-4 hours doing the same repetitive task. That's hard as shit, bro. Like, nah, it's not hard. Yes, it fucking is. That shit's hard. I just run chase for globules. There's at least rest periods. My wrist would die doing. That's what I'm saying. Like, doing this over and over and over so much is like, How do I dash so fast? Since I'm not in co-op. Co-op like nerfs your speed, bro. That's why I much rather do one activity that gives me like a lot of rewards, even if it's longer, than doing this. Cause like, bro, 90% of this mission is literally running back and forth between the capture point.
Aren't faithful to love.
Like, you don't really do much. You know what I mean? You don't really do much. So it's like, yeah. Y'all want hard content? This is the true hard content. Having the mental capacity to do the same thing over and over. And it's like I said, it's not that there's a problem with doing the same thing over and over. I have many games where I do the same thing over and over. It's just that I feel that most of the activity should be the actual, like, engaging. Even if you're repeating the thing over and over, it should be engaging instead of just running to from point A to point B. You know what I mean? That's not really engaged. I'm just running. So I'm not really engaged with the game, enemies, nothing. Celerity. Yeah, I got celerity plus N, and I got the charge attack one as well. I forgot what it is. Charge attack speed, maybe?
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Remember to avoid the all these worlds look exactly the same to me. Luckily, my little minion has more than enough ingenuity to find the right way. Stay away from me! Don't want it. We're fox hunters. We're here to save you.
Thank you.
Wait.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God
There
of
we go.
Love's
Boxy procced. I always find it funny when people do a run like this and they're like, oh, it takes 30 to 40 seconds to clear the run. So in an hour, it takes this long. And they calculate every single run taking like 30 to 40 seconds. And then they don't calculate like someone maybe looking at their phone or just regular stuff. They think that for the entire hour, people are going to be like hyper micro fucking focused on every single movement. And then they go even further and average that out for like 3, 4, 5 hours. They're like, yeah, if you do this for 5 hours without messing one thing, without messing up, without taking your hand off the keyboard, you can get this many globules per hour. In 5 hours, you'll have this many. I'm like, bro, you're tripping.
Let's get out of here now.
I do so much of this, I don't usually use the speed dash now for the sake of my hands. I just fire my gun and fly that way a bit slower, but less pain. True.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Remember to avoid the all these worlds look exactly the same to me.
Stay away from me.
Don't want it. We're fox hunters. We're here to save you.
They must have sent you here. Thank you.
There we go.
Punish those
See,
who
now we
aren't
moving up in the
faithful to
world, bro.
love in the God of Love's name.
And we still, bro, we have enough for like 2 wedges. Two wedges. Jesus, bro.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
I definitely think that these types of materials should be like the materials you get for killing mobs, bro. Absolutely. Bro, I haven't fished all week. I don't even know if I bought all the fishing stuff.
They must have sent you here.
I use what I think is the best team I can, but I don't stress about making it fast otherwise. One thing to meet fast times so high effort would burn me out when I would actually be doing less runs overall. Yeah, true. That is true. The only thing I was disappointed about the dev streams was that they didn't announce an option to mute snow. I don't know if they're gonna add that for a while, bro. I wonder if they will add it though. Like an actual option to mute snow. Y'all think it's gonna be added?
What a huge garden. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
No, never. Whoa, why I do that?
Avoid the patrollers. If they activate the alarm, our target will be in danger.
Stay away from me!
We're here to save you.
Huh? Oh, I got it.
What? I was close to it, man.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the
Come on,
God of
Boxy,
love's
start procking, man. Bro, I see all these books and I want to use them. That's just crazy.
name. My venom is surging like my
I don't even hear snow anymore, but that's because I'm a dad, so I'm used to ignoring kids when I'm gaming. I'm joking, mostly. Homie just tunes out snow from his head. Hearing snow keeps me sane. It like snaps you out of the monotonous grind. I could see that. I could actually see that. Yeah, muting the voices also mutes snow. Y'all could just mute the voice, you know, when you're farming, so you just never hear snow.
Stay away from me!
We're here to save you.
Huh? Oh, I got it. They must have sent you here.
That was
Get out of here
perfect.
now.
That was perfect. I might low-key go back to grinding mace.
in the God of love's name.
Because I know I gotta grind clues, but, bro, grinding clues is ass.
My venom is
They need to rework Mystic Maze. It's so boring. I think Mystic Maze, though, I mean, let's be real. No rework will ever make any activity that you're supposed to do 100 or 200 times feel not boring. If there's an activity where you're supposed to do it like 200-300 times a month, like there's nothing that they can do to make it fun. You're gonna be fried regardless after the fucking 50th time that you're doing it. But out of all the activities, I think Maze is the least boring in terms of acquiring resources. Like, Maze is definitely less boring than this. This thing is ass, right?
Stay away from me!
I don't know what they could do to rework it, though. Like, what could they do to rework Maze to make it more fun to where, you know, you're on your 100th run and you're not like, okay, this is doo-doo.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of love's name. What a huge God. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Reduce the floor to 10. Yeah, but that's not really reworking it. That's just making it faster. And it's already fast, bro. It's already so fast. People be clearing it in like 6 minutes. 6 minutes? 7 minutes? Even 10 minutes for like 1,000,000 coins? That's a lot.
Oh, I got it. They must have sent you here. Thank you. Let's get out of here now. I can't wait to see.
I think they could just cut Mystic Maze in half to 11 instead of 21 waves and give you half the threads. Oh, hell nah. Damn, y'all really like running the same content over and over and over. I mean, we already have to run it 200 times. If they cut the time in half, but also the rewards in half, now you wouldn't have to run it 200 times, you'd have to run it 400 times. And if they're just cutting it in half and also cutting the rewards in half, after those 400 runs, you'd have the same amount of currency that you had in the 200 runs. And double the loading screens. Oh, no, y'all are tripping. Meanwhile, me, shit, give me 40 floors of mace, but give me double the freaking run. Double the currency, triple the currency, and I'll be in there for fucking 30 minutes, bro. But let me get double, triple the amount of rewards, so I only have to do it 1 or 2 times, and I'm freaking chilling. I want to be able to run content once or twice and get a buttload of resources, rather than having to run it 50 times and get that resource, even if it takes the same amount of time. You know what I mean?
Stay away from me.
Don't panic. We're fox hunters. We're here to save you.
Bro, Boxy Bikini League. You're about to make the art, huh? Personally, I don't like 21 floors, so maybe not a rework, but maybe cut it down to like 14 or 15. I mean, the thing is, bro, I already feel like people clear it so quick, you know? Make a better system where you can offer up your materials in hopes of 2x, 4x then. Yeah, maybe a specific book that you can get from Mace itself. Like, let's say you do a bunch of Mace runs. You buy a book, so your next Mace run gives you, like, triple rewards or something, I guess. It's on Discord. Oh, it's actually on Discord? Oh, hell nah, bro. Peak skin. Yo, post that in the... Send that to me, Salamungu. Send that to me, bro. I need you to do some more skins, bro. I still save manuals for the wedge farming event just in case it's infinite instead of being limited to 5 runs or something, but honestly considering using manuals only for weapon essential materials or globules since I can AFK other stuff on the phone while watching stuff. Yeah, I'm the same, bro. Oh shit. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I'm the same. I've been saving books just in case, but we'll have to see.
They must have sent you here. Thank you.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I need a couple more of those, Salamungu. A bunch of other ideas like the ones you sent me, bro, because this is gonna be good. It does go by quicker than others, but I personally don't like 21 floors. The idea feels tedious, but not really. I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you say 21 floors, it does feel tedious, but when you get an optimized character that can run it in like 6 minutes, it doesn't feel as tedious. Even if you don't run it optimized and you just run it in 10 minutes, bro, that means that you can run like 6 times every hour, right? On Mace, just chilling, casually, watching TV, looking at your phone every now and then. And, bro, that's a good amount. That's like 2.5 mil or something like that. Maybe even more. Salamungu, if you do a couple more skins today, a couple more of those things, I'll make the video, man. Like, after I finish the stream. Shit, if you get some done while I'm on stream, I'll even do the video on stream. Yeah, but 1,000 green books just in case. Good thing too with the wedge bonus event. 1,000 green books. Y'all have just never used green books ever.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
I wonder how many people are gonna go through the Etheria shit. We'll have to see, bro. I remember playing Etheria Restart. We had these stamina potions, where, like, well, obviously it's exactly what it sounds like. You would be able to get more stamina to do missions, and then they dropped a 2 times event, and people that had stamina and like hundreds of stamina potions, not hundreds, like 100, 150 stamina potions, were able to run the stages. To be fair, in Etheria, a stage took like 2 minutes, right? And people started to complain that they felt pressured to run it during that time because it was only on the weekend. It was only like the weekend event, and you would be on the game non-stop, like literally non-stop from morning until you went to bed. You would have the game running, doing the mission, so you can like take advantage of the 2 times event. And people started to complain about it because they had so much stamina pods saved for the whole month that by the time the event came out, even if they played non-stop from morning till, you know, sleep, all weekend, they couldn't even burn through half of their stamina pots. It was crazy. I wouldn't mind a Warframe index style mission that could get materials, just not coins. I could see that. Alright, Salamungu, let me know, brother. The time is not the issue. The thing is that it's boring to go blue door 1,000 times. It's better 10 floors of enemies to kill than 18 going blue doors. That's even if it's the same time. I mean, they could just make it so going to the red doors gives you more rewards. Oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention. Scuffed, scuffed, scuffed. Oh, whoever's in that cage is gonna die, bro. He gonna die today. He gonna die. See, that's what I mean, bro. Like, things like this, I be getting distracted, dude. I get distracted. I can't just hyper focus. I mean, I am on chat, so that's a little bit different, but still. That's why it goes that it seems like the large bonus is limited and the other bonus mob is probably more minor. I'd grind that way though. True. At the end of the day, bro, I just want more interactive content that rewards my dedication to the game with loot. Right? Like if I'm getting stronger, and that's just like normal. If I'm getting stronger, if I'm grinding to make my character stronger, I want to be rewarded more when I use my strong characters on stages that, you know, want me to use strong characters. It's simple, right? If I'm making an I6, S5 unit, all their weapons max out, all their wedges, I want some content in the game that wants me to use those units. And if I use those units, I'm going to get more rewards. It's simple. It's really not a foreign concept. It's not something like, oh my god, it's so weird that you think that. Is Scorch supposed to be a pain to farm? I mean, I had to farm 4 Scorches for my 4 plus 10 Scorches for my Niffle. It was a pain. How to do all mechanics fast as you? You talking about the dash? This? If you type ! fly, it'll show you my build for the flying thing. It's the wedge and then just celerity, that's it. Oh, whoops. The red doors give a little more, but people wanted to give a lot more. Like to where people would want to go down the red doors rather than the blue doors. So it'd be so much more that it would give you more than the time you save by not going in the red doors. You know, it's kind of like what they were saying earlier, where they want the challenge to be worth it. To be fair, some activities are like that, but they definitely need more significance. What activity in the game really rewards you for being stronger? Where, like, the stronger you are, the actual stronger you are, you get more rewards. We could say theater, but you could beat theater completely, that like the 12 floors when you're 55. And when you're 55, most people won't have, you know, I6 characters, S5 weapons, plus 10 demon wedges, optimized builds, all their skills leveled up. I feel like the fact that you can beat the game at 55 and everything, it makes the rest of the game feel pointless for a lot of people. If you look at a lot of players, a lot of players quit the game after they got to 55 because they were like, I already beat everything. What's the point of getting stronger? And that should, like, the simple fact that people think that's how the game should be is a problem. The fact that people think, okay, you can beat everything with purple wedges, with S23 characters, with, or I23 characters, with I1 weapons, right? And that's great. That you can beat everything in the game like that is great. That's such a flawed mentality, because that means that like half of the other progression based on your character's weapons, demon wedges, is unnecessary. Might as well remove it from the game because you don't need it for anything. So they should add stuff where it requires you to have that sort of progression, because the progression is already there. What's the point of having the progression there if you don't need to use it on absolutely anything at all? Right? It just makes no sense. Imagine if they add an infinite explosion termination co-op stage with 180 enemies that actually hit hard, not insta-kill you, but be dangerous. And you get a new currency for each 50, 100 enemies killed. The currency lets you buy other resources. So you co-op with friends for an hour instead of doing 300 resource missions alone for globules. That would be pretty dope. Theater and maze, but maze, your wedges don't matter, just introns. Yeah, but you can, that's what I'm saying. It does, like, when I say progression, I mean the real progression. Getting a character with 1 or 2 dupes is like the most basic stuff. You can beat theater without having a max duped character and a max duped weapons and max duped wedges. You can beat like the 12. You can probably go up to like 18, 20 without any problems, right? The same goes for maze. Wedges don't matter in maze, so you don't even gotta do those. And you don't need an I6 character and S5 weapons to beat maze either. Right? You know what I mean? So it's like, what's the point of working that hard on your characters when there's no reason, there's no content that even requires that? And some people like that. I like that there is a lot of content that we don't need that. But there should be content that should require you to be that built because the build is in the game. Right? The ability to get your characters that strong is there. I use I0 Fantasio and Mace. You see what I mean? So it's like, when you ask a player and they're beating it with I0 Fantasio, right? You're like, why don't you go max dupe Fantasio? And they're like, why? I already beat what I need to beat with it. So like that's where I'm coming from, bro. If there's like, when you really think about it, you get to 55 with like a normal characters with no dupes on your weapons, your wedges, your purple wedges, and it literally takes you like 1/5 of the time that it actually takes you to get your characters duped up, their weapons duped up, and plus 10 wedges. So by the time you're able to beat the game, in terms of the progressive character development, you've only like scratched the surface in terms of the progression of your character's potential. But there is still so much you can do to progress your character with nothing to actually use it on. I got to Act 20 with level 6 skills, I2 Psyche with plus 5 purple wedges. Exactly. So like, I feel that when you do that and you're like, okay, theater doesn't give me better rewards. I'm already beating 20 acts on theater, barely trying. Why am I even gonna go get I6? Some people do it because they want to, of course, right? Just for completionist sakes. But that's not how gaming should be, bro. You should feel motivated or encouraged to want to build your characters. But that's just the reality of it in every game. You should feel encouraged or have some motivation to want to get stronger. I want to get stronger, so I do this mission. I want to get stronger so I can beat this content. That's currently, at least, not available in the game. Hopefully in the future it is, which would be pretty good.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
I think we're mainly preparing for upcoming patches because harder enemies will probably exist. The thing is, a lot of people say they're not, bro. A lot of people don't want harder content. A lot of people are fine playing it. Like, that's the problem with games nowadays. There's way too many casual players. And once again, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a casual player. But there are a lot of entitled casual players. I'll rephrase myself better like that. It's not that there's a lot of casual players that seem like the problem. Casual players are absolutely fine and they're great. But there's a lot of entitled casual players. Players that will barely play the game, don't want to min-max their characters, don't want to hyper-invest, don't want to grind, but they do want to be able to clear everything. And if the game doesn't allow you to clear everything with mediocre builds and mediocre time investment in your account, then they think the game is trash, because it should allow the majority of players, the casual players, to be able to beat the content.
In the God of Love's name.
And that's where I think the problem is.
What a huge God. Maybelline is surging like my passion for love.
Getting to Act 60 requires building your characters, but if you don't need the milk, there is no other incentive. Absolutely. The enemies really need some kind of attack buff. Yeah, the enemies definitely need to do more damage. Even if it's like this, because, like, I'm just standing still. I haven't even hit them, bro, and my AI is just messing them up. Right? And even if I wasn't here with AI, it would take them a while to kill me. Whoops.
All these worms look exactly the same to me. Luckily, my little minion has more than enough ingenuity.
Getting to Act 60 requires building your characters, but if... Oh, yeah, I read that. I think it depends on what game is trying to do. Like, I think it's good they didn't push the ceiling of enemies before the Steam release. We'll see when... Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it's fine that, like, right now. But even then, like, it's already been a month and a half, right? I don't see them pushing harder content with the Steam release. I see it maybe in 1.3, maybe, right? Where they add a new endgame or something maybe a little bit more difficult. But even then, bro... I think that for now, like, if you're a normal... Bro, how many content creators do y'all follow? How many people do y'all talk to that they literally stopped playing the game after they got to 55? Because they were like, I beat Theater, I beat Maze, I beat this, I beat that. There's nothing else. There's no reason for me to get stronger. I know a lot of people like that. And, like, when I play a game, when I hop into the game, right? Like, let's say I were to hop into, I don't know, let's say Destiny. My goal would be able to be able to do the raids, right? So I'd want to work towards I get strong enough to do the raids. That would be my goal, right? Same with like RuneScape or any of these games. It would be, how strong do I need to get to be able to do this type of content? Can you make a prediction when DNA will come to console? 2.0. Steam is probably why we're on an emo again. Maybe. Because when you think about it, oftentimes people don't... Even then, I think that's a bad thing. Because even though Psyche is really good at I1, a brand new player is not going to be able to get I1 Psyche on the first week of them playing the game. They might be able to get I0 Psyche. And then the second week of them playing the game, they'll be able to get Psyche, right? Or I1 Psyche, right? On the second week of them playing the game. Whereas if they would have made it Hydro and Lumino, Hydro and Pyro, from the jump, they would have had characters that could beat it in multiple options of them. They would have had Lizbel that's getting added to the letter shop. They would have had Lady Niffle. They would have had Rebecca. If it would have been Pyro, they would have had Lynn, right? So there was much better options than making it a Nemo, because right now the only real characters that people would build to beat Tower would be either Psyche, which is locked, right, behind the weeklies, or Outsider with a weapon build. So it's like, An Outsider is going to require them to grind, and a lot of people don't like playing Outsider, right? And people can absolutely clear with Outsider. It's just Outsider requires a lot more investment, so a new player is not going to grab an I0 Outsider with a no-duped weapon and go to, like, stage 20, right? I mean, a new player doesn't need to go to stage 20 because they have the first theater level, so they'll get everything anyway. So, yeah. And let's be honest, 99% of people ain't building Truffle to fucking beat a Nemo Theater. You're one of those special people if you have Truffle to beat Theater. Like, you could, but most people won't. I think it would be cool if they gave us double weekly boss attempts for a 1.1 release. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
In the God of Love's name.
In my opinion, only content that should be clearable like that as a casual should be story if you don't want. I feel that so look, here's my take. I feel that all the content that requires that you need to build your characters should be clearable by casuals. So currently, all the content that's in the game should be clearable by casuals the way they're clearing the game right now. So you're able to, as a casual, get S5 weapons, I6 characters, get your wedges very easily, just grind. Easily grind, low investment, purple wedges, not even max duped characters, all of that. You should be able to clear all of that as a casual, no problem. But then they gotta add some content where it's like some rare wedges, right? That you can only get by fighting this hard ass boss. Or they should add like a tower mode where, you know, instead of getting rewarded 500 fucking globules, you get rewarded 10,000 for clearing it. And then you're gonna have to have a very well built character, a very well built, you know, roster of units to be able to beat it. That way, everybody that's new can build the characters exactly how we build our characters. But now, the players that are more at endgame have other ways that are harder that rewards their investment that they've done over the past few months on their characters and gives them more rewards. That's how I think it should be, bro. Some wedges that are like super strong, right? Like a middle slot wedge that gives you, I don't know, 100% more skill damage if equipped to a Lumino character. And the only way to get that wedge, the only way is by doing this dungeon that has a hard-ass boss at the end. And once you kill it, you have a chance, an RNG chance, even though people hate RNG, to get that freaking drop. That would be dope. About Psyche, I hear new players will start the game without even know what theater is. They will probably spend weekly attempts on something else. Exactly. No, exactly. So the first week will go by and players will not know where to like min-max to beat theater and everything. And then they'll be on the second week when they'll know and they'll have Psyche at I0. By the third week, then they'll be able to clear most of it. To be fair, though, I'm pretty sure Rebecca's going to be able to clear the first 12 floors theater. I think. Maybe they will lure us in with the idea that we can clear everything, then slap us in the face with a high difficulty new thing. Hopefully, that'll be lit. That'll be lit. I think harder content is fine as long as there's no FOMO. See, that's Kyle. That's the thing. That's the problem that I personally have with hard content and the way a lot of people have their opinions of hard content, right? So I think harder content is fine as long as there's no FOMO, limited time stuff. That stuff is a drag and a #1 issue with gachas. When you say limited time stuff, do you mean things that are on a timer, like a banner, and then they will leave and you can never get them again? Or do you mean things that you can only get from that mode? What do you mean by that? And then we'll move from there. I bet if they did something like that, it would be locked to weekly reset and people would complain about it. I'm fine with it being locked to weekly reset. But I also want like perpetual endgame activity that we can do, kind of like we have right now with Chase and stuff like that. Because the way it is, Chef, they're either going to lock your progression, like just easy progression behind either RNG, right? Or limited entries. And even then, they're backtracking on it a little bit with the ability that we're going to be able to select some of the prime wedges. Hopefully, or we'll have to see how much we get. Like maybe each week we can select one prime wedge blueprint. But I don't know if they're going to make it so you can select like 3 or 4 or 5. Maybe 1 a week, right? Maybe. We'll have to see. 1 a week would be fine. Limited time stuff, as long as you can earn it in the future if you improve your play. Okay, so you don't mind if it's RNG, if it's hard to get, as long as it's not like on a timer. So like after 30 days, it'll disappear and you don't know when it's coming back to the rotation, right? But you don't mind if it's something that you can only get from that spot and it's really hard to get and it's RNG based, but it's always available to be gotten from there, right? Lupa Lover, what's good? How are you? Finished yesterday my total max wedges on Niffle. Also started my Psyche next, but it was a decision between Psyche or Rhythm to build. I chose Psyche. Hope it was the right decision. It was absolutely the right decision. Rhythm is a character that doesn't require investment. You just I2 Rhythm, slap some purple wedges on her, and that's all you need for her. You just have her stand there menacingly and she'll farm for you, no problem. Yes, okay, yeah, that's my take as well, Kyle. Because, like, I have some people that will have... Bro, why am I retarded? I have some people that will literally say that they don't want endgame content to have items that you can only get from endgame, right? So they'll be like, they don't want items to be hard to get from an endgame mode. They want it so if it's an endgame mode, you should only get basic materials. That's it. And I think an endgame mode should, you know, make you want to get stronger, make you want to be better at the game. You know what I mean? Destiny 2 locked the best endgame weapons behind raids with no matchmaking. As long as anyone can join at any time, I'm good. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing, right? I don't mind if the best wedges in the game are locked behind some hard-ass endgame mode. And when I say hard-ass, y'all gotta understand it's not gonna be so hard that you can't beat it with, like, fully invested characters. But at least not to where my Rebecca looks at a character, slaps it, and it dies. Like, at least make me dodge, make me do damage, make me do well-built teams, right? And then a game mode like that where it's hard and you want to be stronger and then you eventually beat it and you get your reward, and that's the only place to get those rare items, but you can farm it infinitely. That's how you solve everything, because if Chase could be farmed infinitely for the prime blueprints, people would love Chase even more than they already do. A lot of people really like Chase, but imagine if you could farm Chase infinitely, right? It would be great. Now, do the same thing, but without a game mode 5 times as hard as Chase, and drop some rare-ass blueprints that are very strong in a mode like that. It's a wrap. It would be great. It would be great. It would require you to be strong as shit and go do it as many times as you want to get the blueprints that you want. And even if it's RNG, it's unlimited. And every time you get something, you know it's a rare blueprint. Maybe the one you want, maybe another one, who knows? I would love an approach more like holograms on WOOOO that could farm rather than... I don't want WOOOO. I don't want holograms for WOOOO. I don't mind holograms, but that's just a boss fight, bro. And I want them to take advantage of these maps. I want dungeon-like content. I don't want, like, a stage-based mode over and over and over again, right? Like, where it's just like a room and you fight a boss and that's it. Like, that's fine for weekly bosses, but this game has dungeons that they could use to map out. So, like, I don't mind if it's like, for example, I've said a mode like Chase where it works just like Chase, but the final boss, instead of the final room, instead of it being a chest, it's a boss. So it could be like a hologram, like you're saying, Runs, like a hologram type difficulty boss in the final room of Chase, and that's who you have to kill to get everything, right? To get all the rewards. That would be lit. Everyone should just main Lynn because she is the best girl. Well, I'm glad you're a big Lynn main, man. If you can get something in an easier mode, that's what the... Exactly, if you can get something in an easier mode, what's the point of just doing it in... Like, what they gotta understand is that the devs need to solve the whole point of people saying, I can already get everything and beat everything, so what's the point of getting stronger? They need to change that mentality to, I need to get stronger to get everything. Like, that's what they have to do, so people want to play the game more. So people want to push content more. Because right now it's like, I beat everything already, why do I even play anymore? Oh, the farming is boring and I don't have to do it. So, you know, at least if you were doing the boring grind and you knew that you would get rewarded at the end by doing some hard-ass activity and getting some fancy shit, it wouldn't feel as bad. People like us that like the game and grind, we're different, bro. But that's not how a lot of people are. And they want to be able to cater to a lot of those people. And even the casuals, bro. The casuals say, oh, I want to be able to get everything. But if they had some fancy shit locked behind some hard content, but if they got stronger, they can get it. They would like that shit, even if they say no, bro. The only people that would really complain are the ones that play with their elbows, bro. The absolute skill issue players. I'm playing YOOOO right now. I wish they would make less flashy animation bosses so I can know when to dodge. Oh yeah, them flashy animations, bro.
Faithful to love.
I think farming prime wedges is the hardest and most painful. Well, I don't think it's the hardest and most painful because you can't farm prime wedges. You just do 3 runs and you're done. As long as it's not like how stupid it was to farm condition overload on Warframe. It only dropped from a level 20 specific enemy with a low drop rate in a game that ramps up enemy level way faster to farm. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I know nowadays they can do the RuneScape route, but I need something in between. I need something in between, right? Like in RuneScape, there are bosses. Like if y'all ever hunted Pokemon, shiny Pokemons in the OG Pokemon games, you know, it was like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 2,000 odds of getting a shiny, right? RuneScape is like you have to kill a boss. You can kill a boss up to 5,000 times in order to get the weapon boss drop. That's too much. I get it. But I wouldn't mind a thing where it's like 1 in 500 to get like a legendary weapon or a legendary weapon skin or a legendary wedge. As long as it's from the same exact boss. Like if we're fighting the Hydro Snake, right? We have a 1 in 500 chances of getting the Hydro Snake wedge. Something like that for Hydro characters, right? I wouldn't mind that even if it's really hard. Like I want to have loot that you can flex. And it's not just about flexing to other people. It's just you feel good when you have that shit that you know you've grinded for and you finally got. And here, let's be real, bro. How many of you have farmed a plus 10 character? When you farm that plus 10 character, let's be real. Let's not kid ourselves. When you farm that plus 10 character and you got all the wedges plus 10, do you feel like, oh my god, yes, I did it! This is amazing! Or do you feel, oh my god, I'm done with this crap? Like, how do you feel now when you get a plus 10 character? We're talking about the wedges, bro. The wedges.
I would punish those who aren't faithful
Not
to
until
love.
I gold my entire characters. You know what I mean? Both, you feel good that you're done, but you don't feel good about like getting the plus 10 character. You feel good that you're done. That's the thing. You feel good that you're done. You don't feel good that you just got a plus 10 character because it feels so slow and it takes forever, and then you're just sitting there like, now what? What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? You feel good that you're done with it, but you don't feel good that you got like the shiny plus 10 character. That's not how it should feel when you get something super rare or strong. I want something that gives me the feeling of, oh my god, I just got this. Oh wow, that's amazing. I'm bricked up, bro. Like that's what I want. Something that gives me that rush, that feeling, bro. I'm not saying that you get a plus 10 character build and you feel bad. You don't feel bad. It feels good. You're like, oh, I'm done. Woof, I can rest. I am done with this grind. That's awesome. And you feel good about being done with the grind, but you don't feel good about what you got per se. Or it's not that you don't feel good. You don't feel excited because it's been such a slow build up. Plus 5, plus 6, plus 7, and then there is nothing that you can go and do. You're going to go kill a boss and one tap it and be like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? I'm going to push theater for 20 points per 5 stages and then not buy anything in the store with it. And then you just, okay, now I'm going to do the next one. And then it's funny because we'll finish one character to plus 10. We'll select another character to plus 10 their wedges. And we go back to, oh my god, this is so annoying. This is so tedious. Shit. That's just how it be, bro. I feel like thank God it's done, and then I fell out of my chair, and it makes it hard for me to want to do it again based on the current content. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like, if we had a stage where, like, now that you got your plus 10 wedges, you could go and fight a boss. And once again, I'm not shitting on the game. These are things that might come in the future. But if now they had a stage that once you got all your plus 10 wedges, you went and did that stage, and you started beating a boss that you could only beat once your build was that good. And then eventually you get a shiny, let's say a shiny polearm skin. That's it, a shiny polearm skin, right? You put it on your polearm and you're looking at your end screen. You're looking at your Rebecca right there holding a gold polearm. You would feel that all that grinding that you just did to get your character built up and strong was worth it. You'd be like, oh my god, this is so dope. This was worth it, right? This is so dope. That's all I'm saying that we need. We need that feeling, bro, of like hype when we grind a lot. The solution remains hard content that lets you farm basic resources faster than repeating current mission. I see no point in OP drops that make you stronger for no reason. Well, the OP drops would be to beat the harder content that you're already struggling with. That's the way every single game works. Why would the solution be... You just said, let me just break this down. The solution remains hard content that lets you farm basic resources faster than repeating current missions 3,000 times. I see no point in OP drops that make you stronger for no reason. You still need to repeat escort 5 hours a day every day. What's the point of farming a hard mission that gives you resources if there is nothing to do? You would just be farming a hard mission to give you resources to then go ahead and farm more of the same hard mission that gives you resources, to use the resources to level up the character to be able to go ahead and farm more resources. If they drop a stage where you need to fight a boss and you have your character built, and let's say it's a raid and you have your plus 10 character all well built and you're beating the boss, but it's hard, and at the end of the boss you have a chance at getting some strong wedges that you put on your character, right? The next time you do that same raid, you're going to be able to beat it a lot easier. And then they can release a hardcore version of that raid where you ideally want your character to have all those hard wedges that you got from the normal version of the raid, and then in that version they could release some other hard wedges. Or that's how progression in games go. In all of these games, they release hard content that you beat with your current gear that gives you better gear, so then you can beat the upcoming content, so forth and so on. I do want missions that allow you to get more resources faster. Like, for example, we got maze for coins instead of excavation. But at the same time, I want hard missions that give you hard, or, you know, strong loot, so then you can do said hard missions faster. Character balance becomes way more important if there's content that's actually legitimately hard to do. Exactly, and then that's where character balance is going to be way more important. How do you think I feel farming this plus 10 Randy? The thing is that you're farming a plus 10 Randy, but those wedges that you're farming, Randy, right, are going to be the electro wedges that you're going to use on characters like Zilliu. Maybe not the same ones, but you're going to get electro wedges that you can use on Zilliu and Yu Ming. You avoid running defense and escort 5 hours every day because you build your characters versus you get stronger from OP endgame wedges but still have to repeat. But what's the point of saving 5 hours farming with resources if there is nothing to do? So you can get off the game faster? That's it? Because you think the solution is not to add actual endgame difficult content. Like, what's the point right now? If they were to add a mission where I can farm for 5 hours, or 5 hours, for 1 hour, and get the rewards of doing 5 hours of this, yeah, I'll do it. I still wouldn't get the feeling of, oh, I feel accomplished. I would just be like, oh, I'm saving time. I still wouldn't be excited. I still wouldn't be excited. Is 2 Scourge and 2 Volitions good for Niffle? I use 4 Scourge, 2 Volitions. Hard state is... Yeah, but... Okay. What's the point of getting resources if there is no actual reward outside of more resources?
In the God of Love's name.
Like, what... Do you get excited when you get globules? Do I want to farm globules to then come farm more globules? I mean, to me, that doesn't excite me. When I think of getting a character to plus 10, I'm not thinking, I want to be able to farm more Luno coins even faster. That's going to be the end game that I want. That's why I'm getting stronger. Like, that doesn't sound exciting to me.
If they activate the all these grounds look exactly the same to me. Luckily, my little minion has more than enough ingenuity to
What about if they dropped all... Oh, no. Dropping plus 10 wedges is crazy. I could see them dropping one gold wedge. Right? But they're already kind of doing that with the fact that we're going to have a one material that's going to allow you to, like, dupe up gold wedges without actually having to have the gold wedge. Something Wong tipped $5. What up, Jet? How you doing, my brother? Welcome to the stream. What is my team for a speed farming and mediation for ascension materials? Rebecca. I use Rebecca for anything farming.
What a huge god. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
With the Jet Bomb. True, true. Chat ain't even know about Big Jatavia's Black, bro, the GOAT. Because what I'm saying is we absolutely need harder stages. Zevon, I'm saying we absolutely need harder stages that give us more materials, right? That would be great, right? That's why I've been advocating for, like, progressive scaling on the difficulty and rewards. And, that's good, but that's not the end game that I want, bro. I want actual end game that puts the resources to use. How did they get... They didn't. I just didn't want to put the hat on today because I have a headache, man. I was telling them to donate $50 because they kept saying I'm bald. So I was like, donate $50 and I'll take my jelly off, but... My jelly. I'll take off my hat, but they didn't donate $50. So now I took it off for free. And I'm broke. So it just... I took an L right there. Dropping wedges don't bother me, but spending 100 secret letters for a plus 10 is a pain. Yeah, that's a lot of clues for a plus 10. That's why I feel that those items, bro, I'm not gonna lie, those items that they're adding to the freaking event, they should be items that are in, they should be items that are in Tower, bro. Towers once every 28 days. They should absolutely 1,100,000,000% add, the items to dupe up your wedges and the items to dupe up your weapons in theater, bro. Even if it's one per reset. Ooh, that'd be so good. The best skin idea I have is the 4... Oh, hell nah. You nasty eye, yes, you bastard. Is your eye not bothering? My eye bothers me sometimes, yes. When I stay on too long, but since I took like a big break, it hasn't been bothering me as much. But my glasses are somewhere. Jebby nasty, bro. He nasty.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love.
No?
God of love's name.
Damn it, so close. Jet, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in like 3 or 4 days, bro. I'm surprised.
What a huge god. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
remember to avoid the patrollers. If they activate the alarm, our target will be in danger.
You signed the lease and you're moving this weekend? Oh, hell yeah. Damn, things are going good for you right now. I'm happy, bro.
Don't panic. We're fox hunters. We're here to save you.
Let's get out of here now. Oh, I can't wait to see.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of love's name. What a huge...
Bro, they're doing me dirty.
My venom is surging.
Boxy barely procs. Jed, are you gonna be playing Hightail with us, man? You were always talking about Minecraft and Minecraft servers.
Luckily, my little minion has more than enough ingenuity to find the right one.
Stay away
He better be. You hear that, Jed? If you don't play, Chris is gonna hunt you down.
Let's get out of here now.
And she's British, bro. She got connections, bro.
Punish those who aren't faithful to love.
Oh, there you go. Boxy heard me and then rocked. Chris is like, what the hell I mean?
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Whoa, I drowned. I drowned again. The fuck is that? It's Minecraft, but cool. Basically. Minecraft but cool. With cool looking combat, but literally just Minecraft, but looks better. And cooler. I don't want to get him, Chris will get him. The reason I like DNA is so that I can AFK farm with rhythm while I pay attention to my spoiled fur pendejo who turned 2 yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I like the AFK aspect of this game too. Crystal, I guarantee he's gonna look at one trailer and he's gonna like look at an actual trailer for it and send it to him. He'll play it.
What a huge god! My venom is surging like my passion for love.
How much is it going to cost? Probably like 30 bucks. Don't quote me on that because I have actually wait, you can buy it right now if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure you can pre-purchase it right now, pre-order it or whatever on Steam. Wait, is it on Steam? Yeah, you think so? Okay, good. Nice cut, G. What up, Zenovius? How you doing, man?
here now. Oh, I can't wait to see.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the
Daniel shared it in the other games tab. True, true. What happened to the stream? My computer died. So my stream died. Sorry about that. My computer's on its last legs, man. Bro, I'm so sad. Why you so sad, man? Because of the retirement? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted John Cena to speak at the end, bro. Like, I wanted him to speak and say something, bro. That shit would have put me to tears had he spoken. Like, thank you, guys. I appreciate, like, something. Like, they should have given him the mic, bro. Oh, it doesn't say Steam on Hightail? It's probably on their official launcher, then. Ooh, or Epic Games, maybe. That's not good. I thought it would release on Steam. That's wild.
Oh, I can't wait to.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's name. What a huge god! My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Stay away from me. They must have sent you here. Thank you.
You can see it on Steam. Aw, we're cooked.
Punish those who
Give me
aren't
double.
faithful to
Yeah,
love
double.
in the God of Love's name. What a
Bro, if I had used books, I would have so much more, but No books until 1.1, which is insane. Especially because I'm not buying books, bro. If I was buying books, it would be so much better. But I'm not.
Stay away from me.
Come on, Boxy. Give me another double.
Let's get
I
out.
saw those capes from the Founders Pack, and damn, I know, I want to get the Founders Pack for it, but I don't even know if I have money. How much is the Founders Pack? I saw a comment the other day where a fan said that Ruthless Depression, I was dying. Ruthless Depression era, bro. John really kept this year of WWE moving. I want to see what they do now. I mean, it's not like it's going to die, of course, but we'll see. $70 US for the Founders Pack? Fuck! Yeah, I can't afford that. I'm not getting the Founders Pack, chat. What else does it bring apart from the capes? But those are the items that if you like the game, you'll be like chilling with years later. Founders Pack, yeah, we're talking about Hightail, bro. Zeno, you're definitely gonna play Hightail. You're always talking about how much you love freaking Minecraft. There's no way you're not playing Hightail, bro.
Let's get out of here now. Oh, I can't wait to.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the
Guys, by the way, since the stream crashed, we're back down to less than 40 likes. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if y'all could hit that like button, bro. We're 2 likes away from 30, so there's 2 dope people in the chat that could help me get to 30. I really appreciate that. You saw double noties? Yeah, Zeno. So my computer died on me while I was in the middle of my stream. So I had to relaunch the stream. It's all on the front page. Front page of what? What are we talking about, man? Can Boxy affect the final chase reward? It cannot. We were actually checking that out, and if I'm not mistaken, Boxy does not affect the rewards. It does not affect the Luno. It does not affect the what's it called? The globules. When was that game Lord of the Fallen 2 gonna drop? I forgot. I have no idea. Oh, on their website. Can y'all post a picture and post it in other games? And then tag me? In the other games tab, bro. Appreciate you guys for hitting that like button, by the way.
in the God of love's name.
There we go. Boxy's actually putting in work, chat. He's putting in work.
What a huge God. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Then are all pay-per-views as short as as this last one, bro? Because I remember back in the day watching. And how long does Monday Night Raw take now? Because it used to be 2 hours, right, of Monday Night Raw. How long is it now? Because this pay-per-view felt super short, bro.
Stay away from me.
It's 3 hours, and SmackDown might go back to. Oh, it's 3 hours. Wait, Monday Night Raw is 3 hours.
They must have sent you here.
What the hell? Most pay-per-views are 4 hours. Why was that one so short? That one felt like an hour, bro. It might have been 2, but it felt like 1. So when I say Scourge is a pain to farm, I get 3 of them in a span of like 30 minutes. So there's basically a theory clasher that you get them every so often. It's not complete RNG. So like you just keep farming and farming and farming, and you'll continue, you know, you get them every so often. Like if you go look at all your wedges, you have a close amount of each one of the Covenanter. So you'll have, let's say you have 15 Scourge, you'll have like 13, 14, or 16 of every other Covenanter. They usually stick together. That game, the Minecraft killer, it ain't nothing killing Minecraft, bro. That shit's legendary at this point. Oh. I'll play this. Everything Minecraft should have been. Yeah, that game looks crazy, bro. I'm thinking of making it a game I cover on my main channel, bro. Dog, I legit must get at peace earlier today. I must have got at peace earlier today. I didn't even notice what grinding 170 theater floors does to a human brain. But at least you got it now. It's because Saturday's 9 main event isn't a pay-per-view. It's a special event. Oh, so it's not a pay-per-view. Okay. I will say, though, outside of the John Cena match, just because John Cena was in it, my favorite match out of the whole event was... And it's funny because it was similar in WrestleMania, bro. It was the women's fight. Because they actually be putting in work. Whereas I feel that, like, the other matches are kind of mid. Just make a server for the community and cover it. That's what I was thinking. I gotta see how much a server costs, Jed, and all of that. Because if I do make it a mainstay game, it's like I was telling earlier to the chat, that's the type of game that I'll make the guides for in the first 2 weeks of the game. But I'll sprinkle in the goofy moments that, you know, we do into funny videos, well edited funny videos, like we found this crazy thing, and then I'll start making like fun events and things like that and make those into videos. So hopefully it'll be good. I just gotta see how much the server cost is going to be for it, but that is the plan. You still need to do 40 to 50. How many runs of maze do you have to do to clear the shot, bro? Oh, whoops. I drowned. Skill issue. The title of the video, someone started a war and kidnapped our chicken. Something along those lines. Oh, bro, why do I do that so often, bro? More than 50 runs? I gotta do a whole bunch of runs. Oh, hell nah, bro. I fumbled. Will I make it? Bro, see what I mean, bro? Like, y'all being able to stay this focused is insane. Just always for 5 hours straight, never missing like a step is crazy. The Queen was good. I need you to tell me your opinion. Okay, shoot. What do you need my opinion on? What am I farming right now? I'm farming globules. Don't know the exact number of mace runs, but if you're doing 5 to 8 minute runs, you got to do for like 7 or 8 hours. Ugh. That's a lot. I can lock in, but I can't lock in for hours on end, bro. I can't do that. That's just too much. Or I could lock in for hours on end if it was like interactive content, but not the same repetitive action over and over and over and over and over. I can't do that. It's too much, bro. You gotta split it across days? Yeah, that's true. And then after this, we go farm wedges. Yeah, post it in the other games tab, bro. I've gotten about 57,000 globules. Yeah, look at this comment, chat. Look at this comment. Hold on.
I don't want to ruin our date by being late.
Look at this comment. Hold on. We gotta look at this comment. I just peeped it and it's kind of funny.
Hurry up. I don't want to ruin our date by being late.
All right, hold on. Let me show y'all.
Hurry up. I don't want to ruin our date by being late.
Rage bait used to be believable, bro. So the Doom posting is out of control, right? This is the video where we were talking about people talking shit about DNA, right? Look at this comment that just got posted. I'm glad this low budget mixed toilet is dying. YOOOO has a budget 10 times bigger, but even they don't have the nerve to create a hotbed of anime boys there. They should have invested 300 million in this one for it to have any meaning. Just close your game and stop wasting people's time. There's no doom posting going on, right? There's no rage bait and shit talking going on, right? So I replied, facts, bro, I agree, but don't talk about your mama like that. She might be a mixed toilet that's dying, but she gave birth to a little... Why did it say turd? It's supposed to say turd. Turd like you, so at least show her respect, bro. I didn't read the rest of the message. After the mixed toilet that's dying, I thought he was talking about his mother, so I just kind of, you know, moved along. Yeah, bro, rage bait used to be believable, man. And people be like, nah, no one be talking crap about this game. No one, bro. So you did help. I don't know. Should I try to get Rhythm Intron 2 or should I just work on Psyche? Intron 2 Rhythm is definitely a nice quality of life. The Queen, if you're playing on your phone or you just simply want to remove almost any interaction from your grinding, right? Because you can just activate the skill, stand there, and only click continue in most things. So it's nice, but it's definitely not needed. I have my Rhythm I2. I can literally farm +5 purple wedges and just use her. I still just use my Sybil. So it's not that you need her, but she makes that AFK grinding that much more laid back. You know what I mean? Sounds like someone who needs 1-800. I need to wedge. Facts. Damn, bro's mama so fat when she was on a diet, the stock market crashed. Facts, bro. Tell him, Jet. Tell him.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of love.
Yeah, like, I don't mind going for I2 Psyche. I think she does make... yeah. No, Rhythm. Because I think she does make the grind easier. 1-800. I need to wedge. Tipped $5. I need... Bro, Jet, have you seen what people did? And by people, I mean Crystal. Go into Discord, like, to send me a message. Go into gifts and type, I need to wedge. Just how you typed it in that message. Look what shows up, bro. I have 10 shards of Psyche and 2 of Rhythm. Psyche, Intron 3, Rhythm 0. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you, the Queen. I'm gonna be real. You have Rhythm at I0. Right? You already have what you need to farm. You could just use Sybil and just use her as an AI control and put Rebecca and like Lady Niffle, Rebecca and Fina in the back, and you'll do almost the same. You want to AFK? You can even do Fina. Personally, I would not use your weeklies to get I2 Rhythm when you only have I0 Rhythm. That's just me. Because you can already farm everything without Rhythm, right? And we already know that in about a month, rhythm is going to be hitting the shop where you can just max her out for free. So I would personally, during this time, I would just get dupes of your Psyche. You can push this theater and you can push the next theater as much as you want with your Psyche well built. That's what I would do, at least.
What a huge God. My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Not that you can go wrong with getting I2 rhythm, but since you're at I0 without any dupes, using like 2 or 3 weeks to get I2, I don't think is worth it. By then, you'll be like 2 weeks away from her getting added to the standard shop, so just get Psyche.
Luckily, my little minion has more than enough ingenuity to find the right way.
I already have Psyche at I6. I think I'm going to go for Fantasio. That's also a good one, yeah. Yo, CJ with no hat on. Let me rub my eyes real quick. Am I seeing shit? Hey, bro. Y'all really thought I was out here just full on baldness, bro. That's crazy. I just be rocking the hat, bro, because I like the hat. But I also don't mind not having a hat. Oh, damn, it's actually there, bro. It's actually there. Jet just found it too, bro. I thought you were bald. Well, bro, I was, you know. This right here that you're seeing is it's not real. This is a filter. Look, all you gotta do is donate $100 and I'll show you what it looks like when you can't see the top of my hair, bro. I'm bald as fuck and only 30 years my genetics suck. Hey, but you might be looking like one of them handsome bald people, bro. So if I donate $100, you'll shave your head. I said that I'll show you what my head looks like when you can't see my hair, Jet. You know what I mean? When you can't see all of this hair right here, I'll show y'all what it looks like for $100. That's what I said, man. I stay true to my word, man.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love.
How many am I at now? 60,000 globules. That's so little, bro. That's like 4 wedges. That's like 2 plus 10s, man. How much to get you to shave your head and facial hair? Oh, bro, you ain't gonna have me out here looking like a fucking egg. Hell, you know what's crazy though? I actually had that on one of my subathons from way back in the day. Let me see if I have it. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Oh, I didn't have it back here, bro. Never mind. I would tattoo a resonator mark from Wuthering Waves on my neck, bro. It must have been an older subathon, like from way back in the day, bro. Maybe here? It is. Hold on. Look, Jet. Watch. Y'all ain't gonna do it, but I'll just show you. This was way back when I was popping off with YOOOO. Look, this was the sub goal, right? At 5,000 subs, because I knew we would never reach 5,000 subs. Like, I knew that was never gonna happen. And I wouldn't do it as a sub goal. Now I would do it as just a dono goal, because I gotta pay my mom's medicine and my dog's medicine treatment. So I would just do it as a dono goal. But look, shave head and chin pubes, and I would give away a PS5 if that were to happen, which a PS5 was a big part of that. But I was gonna be giving out stuff. Dye hair any color the chat picks, bro. Y'all would have me out here with pink hair, bro. I know y'all, bro. Y'all would have me out here with pink hair, bro. Play a horror game. This was an old subathon. When is the next subathon? I don't know, bro. We could do it in like 1.1, not 1.1. That's too close. I don't know. So if it, I mean, I wouldn't shave my eyebrows for nothing, Jet. I'm not gonna lie. I could shave my facial hair, even though it looked like a nutsack. In my head, I wouldn't shave it bald. Like, I wouldn't go like fucking skin bald. I would just shave it like this, and I would still look like a nutsack. I don't know, bro. I would have to make it something that you can't just do it by yourself, because I know you and you just drop the dono right away. It would have to be something that it would have to be like multiple people, or just like a big ass goal to, at that point, I'll just sell my dignity and shave my head, bro. Like, at that point, I have to do it, bro. Fuck. But who knows, man. Jet would have me out here looking like a shaved ball on stream, bro. That's insane, bro. Have his hair bright red so we can spot him from anywhere on the freeway. Hot pink or hot orange. That's what y'all would do, bro. She knows if it's funny enough. So first off, I'd be like, okay, so $1,000, I'll paint my hair. I'll dye my hair any color the chat picks. Bro, you know how hard that would be to explain it to my mother, bro? I gotta see my mother when I take her the medicine. So she sees me one day I have normal ass hair. The next day my hair is pink. What the hell happened to your hair, Mom? Listen. Listen, at least I'm not selling feet pics online, Mom. I'm selling my dignity nonetheless, but it's not feet pics. That'll be hard as hell to explain to my mom, bro. My mom don't even understand what be going on in online streams and shit. Yeah, Mom, I just got pink hair. Like, what the fuck, boy? And then the next stream, we do like $2 grand, and I shave bald, and then I go see my mom 2 days later, and I'm just fully bald. My mom, what the hell is going on? What are you doing on them online streams, son? You don't want to know, Mom. You don't want to know. It's for the money. What's gonna be next? I show up in a fucking Rebecca cosplay to see my mom. Oh, nah, you need Jesus, son. What the hell's going on here? You turning weird, son. Pink hair, bald, Rebecca cosplay? Hell nah. Take it up with chat, Mom. Take it up with the chat. Feel like if you told your mom that it was me that paid for all this to happen. Oh yeah, if I say it's you, she'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But she'd still be like, what the hell? What the hell, son? Shave head with leopard print dye on it. Oh, nah. You turning into the ultimate tramp at that point, bro. Oh, nah. That's crazy, bro. Imagine a brand new subscriber that has no idea what the hell we're talking about in this chat. Just tunes into the stream. Just sees me bald as shit with a leopard print freaking dye on my hair, bro. Oh, nah, bro. They're like, bro, what weird-ass stream did I stumble on, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's insane, bro. That's wild. If I do a subathon, though, look, here's the thing, bro. Everybody always asks for subathons and all of that. And then I do it, and people don't even be showing up, bro. Because when I've done subathons, we've reached some of the goals, but we haven't reached a lot of the goals as well. So it's like, if I'm going to do a subathon, y'all got to be like, yeah, I'll show up. I'll look out. Hey, yo, hello? There we go. Wait, chat, I know the perfect dono goal. What is it? This is too funny. I'm dying too much of laughter. You would be lying. You would be laughing, Clasher. Picturing my doom over here, bro. Just bald head CJ with leopard print on his freaking head, bro. That's insane. Mark your calendars. That's what I'm saying, bro. It would have to be something crazy, bro. 1.1 would be ideal because it's like right around the corner, but like low-key right now, chat, I got a lot going on with my mom, my dog, and a subathon would require my computer to be on a while so I can do the subathon even when I sleep and stuff, and I can't do that right now because my computer explodes after a regular stream. So we would have to wait. We might not even leave the computer on, but doing a subathon would require me to be on all day streaming and just doing different activities and shit.
Look, it's up ahead. Remember to avoid the patrollers. If they all these grounds look exactly the same to me.
That's insane.
Luckily, my little minion
Hatsune Miku cosplay is insane, bro. That's wild, bro. Why couldn't y'all ever tell me to cosplay as fucking Alucard or Gilgamesh or some cool character, bro? Why it always gotta be the most sus freaking cosplays, bro? That's gonna scar me and my community for life, bro. That's crazy, bro. It can never be like cosplay as this, bro. Cosplay as Johnny Sins. Cosplay as you know, Gojo. Nah, bro. It has to be cosplay as goddamn Hatsune Miku, bro. Because then there would be no comedic value that is true. I'll feel mad awkward just on stream for like 3 hours dressed up as Hatsune Miku. That'd be insane, bro. Cosplay as Krillin? Oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah, bro. That's so crazy. Like, it just, like, escalates. First, dye your hair a random color that the chat picks. Then, shave your head. Then, cosplay as Krillin. By the time the stream ends, I'm literally fucking Krillin, bro. Then, fucking paint the little dots that Krillin has on his forehead. Oh, nah, bro. It's a wrap, bro. It don't even be, it'd be a humiliation ritual, bro. Since you refuse to play horror games. I said I'll play horror games. That was one of the goals on stream on the subathon, bro. I'll be fucking terrified. Bro, I did a series playing Outlast. Outlast 1 scared the shit out of me, bro. Like, Outlast 1 was fucking terrifying, bro. I know that if you pick like an actual horror game, like a good horror game with actual scare value, y'all would get a lot of value out of that, bro. I'll be out here just dying.
Let's get out of here now. Can't wait to see.
Screw Krillin. Shiatsu cosplay is crazy. How long do you do subathons for? So normally I have the subathons for usually I just do them for like 3 or 4 days, but in the last one I did add a timer that I would pause when I would turn off the stream, right? And it would be if the people were donating or gifting subs, the timer would keep getting added to it. But since I'm a small streamer, it never really just goes to like, you know, 3 weeks or 2 weeks or a month. It never goes that long. You know what I mean? It would be more of a subathon. It'd be like reach the goals and I would do some crazy shit on stream. That's the plan, bro. Once I get through this December stuff, I'm able to get my mom the things that she needs and my dog. And if I'm able to get a computer, we'll talk about doing some crazy subathon, bro. And it could be spread between like the channels that I have with different games, horror games, community activities. Maybe the dyeing of my hair, maybe the shaving of my head. We'll have to see, man. It's crazy though, because y'all want to shave my head now that I actually show that I have hair. Y'all wouldn't have brought that up if y'all thought I was bald. That's insane. Like, oh, you're not bald? We about to make you bald, though. That's crazy, bro. Your community be after you, bro. Now they want me bald, right? They're like, oh, you said you were bald? Shit, now you about to be. Sub go to feed your shiny bro boxy to a... Oh, hell. Actually, I'll do that. I have 2 shiny boxies. Yeah, boy. With the price of RAM, good luck with the PC. Bro, I at this point, it's like a necessity. My PC is really bad. Like, bro, it takes me 20 minutes, like, not even exaggerating to you guys. It takes me like 20 minutes to turn on. Like, I'll click on it, it'll just be loading for 20 minutes. And it's not that I don't have the parts needed to start up quick. It's just that my computer is cooked. Parts of it had already burned on it, and I had it, like, fixed. But not, the parts didn't actually get, like, replaced. It just got fixed. Make a goal where you play a horror game with my girlfriend. I can't add her to I can't add her to be on camera like that, bro. I can't just force that on her, you know what I mean?
That controller activated the alarm! I knew this was gonna happen.
That's definitely out of the picture. It'd have to be something that she's comfortable with. Because if someone donates enough for that, I can't just have her on camera, bro. Unless she wants to, you know. Consensually, of course. Consensually, no, just force her.
Who aren't faithful to love.
Force her.
The god of love's name.
Why is she afraid? It's not that she's afraid. She just doesn't feel the need or want to be on camera. That's like you. Are you on camera, Thors? Right? Some people just don't like to be on camera on a global scale, bro, where everybody knows how they look or what they are. And especially nowadays, you could literally take a screenshot of someone, put it through like fucking Chat GPT or Google, and they'll find out all their social medias. People be weird nowadays, bro. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of VTubers and stuff, because people don't like to be on camera.
We're fox hunters. We're here to save you.
I got it. They must have sent you.
Obviously, I'm not that evil. He's like, I'm only half evil. I'm on camera right now. It's this wonderful website that's black and orange and has a sick drum beat. Oh, hell nah, Jet, you nasty bastard.
Those who aren't faithful.
With an image of anybody, you can make vids of them doing anything. Exactly. So I don't blame her for not wanting to be on there. A lot of people don't.
What a huge
Have my girl dress up as Lady Nipple for a subathon. Oh, we don't have to have her do that for a subathon. I could have her do that independently. Oh, I drowned. Let's see. Hey, yo. Exactly, bro. See? Quick on your feet. Quick on your toes. Bro, some people be on Discord posting that they have like 900,000 globules. And I'm like, bro, I've been doing this for like an hour. And an hour and a half. And I have 70,000 globules. You're posting 800,000. You're telling me you did this shit for 8 hours? How? How do you have... How? Like what? Maybe they used their books. Maybe they didn't. I don't know.
my venom is surging like my passion for love.
At least today's grind, even though I didn't want to do it and my stream died, I did get some progress in. So that's not bad. And we still have a few days until theater resets, so I'll be able to clear with my Psyche. This was the part that was like worrying me the most, because I can just AFK farm the wedges to a certain degree. When I get to 770k, I think I'm gonna go farm.
I will punish those
I
who
think I'm
aren't
gonna go
faithful
farm.
in the god of love's name.
Wait, how many do I have? Mace a little bit more, so I'm close. Just before we end the stream, I'll do like a few runs of Mace, bro.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Fair, not fair. Hold on. Kimbo, come on. Up.
Hurry up. I don't want to ruin our dates by being late.
My dog loves standing on this cable. Come here, Bubba. There we go. Is Encore a better main DPS in WoOoo than MC? Should you invest in Encore in year 3 of Wuthering Waves? Ooh. Probably not. Probably not. What weapon do you have on Psyche's weapon? Attack speed. Yo, what wedges? I have to look. I don't have her off the top of my head right here. Year 3, year 2. Well, going on year 3 now. It's on year 2, but it's, you know, I think it just finished. It's about to finish its year 2 anniversary. Like, it's about to reach its year 2 anniversary is what I meant to say. Wait. Oh, fuck. I almost kept going again. But out of the standard banner characters, if I'm not mistaken, Encore is the best DPS. The Queen, yeah, I believe is like attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, and multi-shot or something, I think, for Psyche's weapon. I could be wrong. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
I will punish those who aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's name. What a huge God. My venom is surging like my passion.
I was like, is this a Mandela effect, bro? See, so I just save everything for 3.0. Yes. Pretty much what I would do if I were you, Serio. Just save everything for 3.0. That's where all the new characters, the new mechanics, and everything's gonna, you know, join the game. Yeah, crits, multi-shot, and attack speed. Yup.
Aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's name. What a huge God. My venom is surging like my passion for love. Hurry up. I don't want to ruin our dates by being...
Rage, fold over, celerity, and focus is what I use. Yeah, pretty much. I gotta work on that as well. I've been buying the wedges from the mace shop, so at least I'll be able to get like +6, maybe even +7 of those wedges. I'll have to see. I don't know. But that should be good enough for her weapons, even if it's just +6. Yo, I don't regret having changed my attack thing on my Boxy Bro for Deft. For the hacking thing, I don't regret that at all.
Those who aren't faithful to love in the God of Love's
You can get to +7 with Mystic Mace Shop right now. Perfect. Yeah, that's all I need, bro. +7s. Oh, there we go. We can get out of here. Next Mystic Mace will get us to +8 on cons weapons. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, let's see. Ooh. Shit, might as well. Yep. Just do it. Just do it. Gotta do this one. Right, might as well do that one. And then let's do a little bit of mace before. Let me just double check that I've done everything. Mace, of course we've done. Oh, you know what I haven't done, bro? I haven't done any of my missions for ZillyOOO. I haven't done any of my missions for ZillyOOO, chat. Let me do those real quick, real quick. You completely forgot about those missions? Yeah, I forgot about those missions too, bro. There we go. Yeah, bro, there's a bunch of clues here. Might as well just do them. Look at that. Wait, why go through double loading screen? There. Yeah, bro, 280 secret letter clues. Might as well get them all right now. Shit. Oh, shit. Look at that, bro. Quick. Quick. Some clues, man. Some clues. And I just get back to where she at and get more of them. And I'm happy with that, bro. 27 freaking loading screens.
I'll take it away.
Ooh, that's not good. They might have me get some materials that I've never gotten before. Open it on event for fast TP. Okay, you're right on that. Does it teleport me to her? Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. Thank you for that one, man. Oh, bro, that's easy clues right then and there. Easy clues, man. hello. Trying to see if there's anything else out here that I missed somehow. Oh, hell no. Yep. I know. How do I get over there? There we go. Ooh, I got a beefy. A gold beefy. Not bad. I gotta start saving the freaking the little rainbow crystals, bro. I forget their name. I need to save those, bro, because I am not prepped for what's her face Fushu right now. It's so crazy that they introduced ZilliOO, but then they didn't give us ZilliOO, bro. I don't think anybody expected that. Everybody thought ZilliOO was gonna be the next character. Like, for sure. Let's do this. Hey. You need 8 crystals to max out the skills? Yep. But why? Probably to just build up hype, because they knew that ZilliOO is a very hyped character, so at least now that it gives him a little bit more time where people are like, well, I'll wait until ZilliOO gets here in the second half. You know what I mean? Ray Z was good. I like your cut, G. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Almost done, almost done. Let's see. Bah. Let's go. That's like right there. Whoa. Yeah, bro, that's been a nice little income of clues right there. Marlboro, appreciate you for the prime sub. No button to event. Why you keep escape? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Is there a button that takes you straight to the event? Probably V or something. I don't know. I've never tried it. What is the button that takes me to the event page? I have no idea. On the Genie Mondo. Bro, I went from always hunting down Genimon to like never hunting them down now. There we go. We finished it and we got all our goodies. F1. Ah. Nice, nice. Y'all just too professional, man. Give me my Twilight thread. I have one, dude. They better drop some events by the time Bushu gets here. Otherwise, I'm cooked. Because we get one from Maze. That's the only place we get one weekly, right? From Maze. See, look, I don't even be buying this, bro. I bought these with the normal currency they give us. Almost 1,000 clues. Not bad, not bad. You got 11 of those threads? I just used some on her, bro. I haven't used it on here because I don't need it. But yeah, I got all her skills like that except this one, apparently. I'm going to have to get that leveled up. Alright, boys. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for the stream because I do gotta not be up early, but I gotta do some stuff in the morning. And tomorrow we should have our podcast. I don't know who's all gonna make it. I know that Amazing said he was gonna make it. We'll see who else. I'll message them tonight just to make sure. But tomorrow we should have the podcast. I still gotta do the little planner of what we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be a more loose podcast where we just talk about like the state of the game. And what we, not the state of the game, but the 1.1 dev stream and a little bit of the tower, the theater stuff that's coming. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me just double check some real quick, real swift like. Nope, the homie is not live. Ethan, I was gonna raid him real quick, but yeah, man, that's gonna be it for today. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and peace.
Looks like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, then there's time back, cold up and dread. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Follow the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure.